Salut tout le monde! Aujourd'hui, on se retrouve pour Wolfies in Paris, organisé par Reunited Events, qui s'est tenu les 25 et 26 octobre 2025. Pour l'occasion, on était présents tout le week-end avec Marco, et on vous propose de retrouver maintenant les différentes conférences et shootings photos. Allez, bon visionnage!
Ready? Happy to be here? Ready for today? How are you guys?
Bonjour, bonjour! Ça va? Vous êtes prêts? Ah oui? I'm good. You guys have fun at the party last night? Awesome. Next. Hey, everybody! Ready for a good day? All right. J'adore fromage. Oui.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. We look forward to today. Thank you.
What she said.
Yay!
The coyotes who live around my house, they never sound like that. Cuckoo. You excited for today? Here's a ghost calling.
I was peeing and no one came and got me. Hi.
Ok. Bon, vous avez compris, ils vont tous bien, ils sont tous très contents d'être là. Et ils ont hâte de commencer la journée avec vous. Est-ce que vous avez hâte de commencer la journée avec eux? Ok. Est-ce qu'on a compris la première question? First question of the day.
Hi everyone. My question is, if you could play the character on your right, what would you find the most difficult thing to portray?
Donc, s'ils devaient jouer le personnage de la personne sur leur droite, qu'est-ce qui serait le plus difficile?
Youth. Je suis pas jeune. Being old. I feel like you brought like a subtlety to your performance. I feel like that would be kind of difficult for me to do. You know, so you also just have like this innocence behind your eyes. I feel like too, your character. And I feel like there's a magic that would be really hard to emulate. I don't know if it would be possible, honestly. So, do you want to go? No, it's okay. Comedic timing. No, not well on camera. I swear, it's not. It's you do it so well.
Thank you. I would never touch this. I would never even attempt. No, I said it wrong.
Yeah.
I would never attempt to try and do what Melissa did to play Melissa.
Oh.
And you know, if I'm being like, I didn't think I would have a hard time having a son who gets himself involved in so much shit. And I would have a hard time not judging her character's son. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just making it.
Good morning. I love you. I love you.
There's so much here. Growing a beard would be tough. But also, I find it very perplexing and interesting to be a man of law and then have the loved ones break that law and what that means to your core, having to go after people that you love. And that emotion, I think, would be hard to tap into.
I would find it tough. So and working with my brother because I don't have a brother. No, I don't. I just got sisters. But I wouldn't want to work with that. One of them I would want to work with, the other one. But I don't know. I got nothing.
I think being invisible, weak, and an amazing singer. Did you guys know that? Yes! Top notch. And I'm looking forward to seeing, this is in T-Mobile. But that film that you just shot, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Obsession, is that what it's called? Yeah, I can't wait to see it. Well,
being, I guess, screaming really loud has its perks when you're sad, but also, I guess you get to choose when to scream because.
No, I don't.
No, it just comes out.
They can scream.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, screaming. Good.
Screamer.
Yeah, okay.
Ryan, I do have an answer for this. He's so good about sitting in makeup for so many hours every time he was on set. No. His burn makeup all over his body, which Barbara always obsessed over, our wardrobe person, Barbara Vasquez. He's just like, Ryan's making it again. But yeah, his patience for all of the makeup, because usually when you have that much makeup, this is a lot to choose. If you have that much makeup, it's like you have a suit. But we never had the suit, did we? Ryan, did you ever end up getting the suit? Yeah, he had to do the makeup the whole time, which was nuts. So I commend him. He rocked it.
Ok, du coup, la question pour vous rappeler, c'est Gideon. C'est donc s'il pouvait jouer le personnage sur la droite, quelle serait la chose la plus compliquée? Du coup, Gideon a commencé avec Vince et ça serait la jeunesse. Ryan a remplacé que pour Gideon, ça serait la vieillesse. Ok. Du coup, Tyler, par rapport au personnage de Shelley, ce serait le timing, en tout cas l'humour de Maya, on ne pourrait pas le refaire. Shelley, pour Melissa, elle dit qu'elle ne toucherait pas du tout à sa performance, mais qu'elle l'a fait de manière parfaite, donc elle ne voudrait pas s'y risquer. Melissa, par rapport à Linden, ça serait au fait que son personnage est un homme de loi, donc ça serait compliqué d'avoir un fils ou un membre de sa famille qui ne respecte pas la loi, comme vous le savez. Et la part, bien évidemment, très important. Linden, par rapport à Max, ça serait de devenir très très beau et aussi de jouer avec son frère parce qu'il n'a que des sœurs. Max, par rapport à Michael, c'est le fait d'être invisible. Bon, ça pourrait être compliqué, mais ça pourrait être cool. Et il ne sait pas chanter, donc il admire beaucoup son don pour le chant. Et du coup, Michael, pour Holland, ça serait le fait de crier très fort. Comme vous savez, Lydia a besoin de ses cordes vocales. Et Holland, pour Ryan, la boucle est bouclée, c'est de rester des heures dans la chaise de maquillage, parce que ça prend énormément de temps pour devenir un hellhound comme les primeurs. Voilà. set. Est-ce qu'ils ont déjà improvisé pendant le tournage?
I did.
Shelley got
I mean, that's pretty much it.
I had a little bit of freedom just because Malia was comedic. I always do. I was telling you guys yesterday, but the scene that we did with Tyler and Holland was sort of an improvise. We did stick to the script a lot, though, right? Collectively, we really respected it. But every now and then, I got to get away with a couple of things. And then, obviously, the coach improvised probably the entire time he was on set.
Oh, gosh.
He was very good at it. So.
Shelley, elle a déjà bien sûr improvisé, mais la plupart du temps ils essaient quand même de respecter le script, mais ils avaient quand même quelques libertés sur le tournage.
D'accord. Prochaine question? Non?
No, I think a lot of us, for me especially, I wasn't allowed to improvise because my line specifically had to drive the story forward, so I wasn't allowed to. But I think there was one moment in the first season, I don't know if you guys remember, but it's in a blooper where it's me and Styles, we're in a vet, and we're talking to Derek about the Argents, and I say, yeah, well, they're a lot freaking nicer than you are, and then we do a fist bump. That was improvised. I think that was like the only thing that was improvised. You guys remember that? Yeah. It's in the bloopers, and we couldn't get it right because we were supposed to fist bump without looking at one another. It was really funny. Like this. You can't look at it. See? I couldn't get it.
Thank you.
Ils ont tendance quand même à rester proches du script, mais ça leur est arrivé d'improviser, notamment une scène avec Gideon où donc Styles et Scott sont chez le vétérinaire. Ils sont en train de parler à Derek par rapport aux Argents, qui ne sont pas une famille très gentille pour les loups-garous. Et donc dans la réplique de Scott, on dit oui, ils sont beaucoup plus gentils que toi par rapport à Derek. Ils sont censés du coup se faire un fist bump. Du coup, cogner leurs poings, et évidemment, ils ne se regardent pas, c'est un petit peu compliqué, et ils ont réussi à la fin. We have the time for one little last question. Une toute petite question dernière. Pequeños.
Hi. I wanted to know what your favorite quote was during the series. Like, I know that there has been a lot that has been said, but like, what was your favorite quote? Like, something's.
Favorite quote?
Yes.
Yeah, favorite line.
Leur citation préférée dans la série.
My favorite line from the show is Liam's, I fell in a hole. Yeah.
Oh, he's all happy about it.
Yeah.
My favorite line from opening scene with Kelley, and he's at the table, puts a cane down on the table and turns around and says, "Know me? You've never met anyone like me." Connaissez-moi?
Ce qu'on va faire, on va traduire de notre côté, sinon ça va être un petit peu compliqué. Pour Ryan, sa citation préférée, c'est Liam quand il dit « Je suis tombée dans un trou ». Pour Gideon, du coup, c'est de Carrière, donc sa première scène quand il rentre, enfin, en tout cas quand on le rencontre, entre guillemets, il dit « Moi, vous me connaissez, non, vous n'avez jamais rencontré quelqu'un comme moi ».
One of my favorite lines is Linden. He said he comes into the room and it's Malia and Styles and they have bondage. He goes, I'm not going to ask, and he walks out. And then also my favorite line is Dear.
Yeah.
Pour Shelley, c'est une scène où Linden, enfin en tout cas le personnage de Linden, entre dans la chambre de Styles et ils sont un peu en mode BDSM avec, vous savez, les immeubles, etc. Il lui dit « Je vais même pas demander ». Et la deuxième, c'est quand Malia est obsédée par les cerfs, vous savez, tigre.
Like, what the hell is a Styles? Lydia. Lydia. I know.
Bon, Tyler, sa citation préférée, c'est... Je sais pas c'est quoi en français. C'est quoi un steak? On a traduit comme ça, il n'y avait pas le putain dedans. Ok, c'est quoi un steak?
Anybody else? Next.
I mean, I'm very lucky because, you know, Jeff wrote a lot for my character that came from his experience with his twin brother and also his mom. So a lot of the things that I said were actually from real life experience with him. But, you know, a quick one would obviously be no styles.
La citation préférée de Mélissa, la tribute, pas de styles.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's obvious. It's be your own anchor.
I think, sorry. My last night shooting on Teen Wolf was the crazy when I died / fighting ninjas and it was 7 in the morning. I did improvise that one. I hate ninjas. Because I was so sick of doing stunts all night. So yeah.
C'était dans une de ses dernières scènes, son dernier jour de tournage. Il était très fatigué, il en avait marre de faire des cascades et du coup il a dit je déteste les ninjas.
Well, Corey could turn invisible, but he couldn't fight. So one of my favorite lines is, "He's got fangs. No thanks."
My 2 favorite lines are already been said up here, but yeah, what the hell is a Styles? When I read that in the script, and then the scene that I got to, of course I'm in lingerie in my own room as a teenager, because that's Lydia. And so I found that just the whole scene being doped up and in the negligee and then saying it was a funny situation. And then be your own anchor. I think were we the only 2 to say that? You.
What?
I say be your own anchor and then you say
Melissa.
Oh, you say Melissa.
Yeah.
And then Susan, I think, says a version of it to me in the mirror. What?
Did she?
Yeah.
No, Susan said, my husband is like an anchor.
There was it was a version that she says in the mirror that I really liked as well.
Ces 2 lignes, citations préférées ont déjà été dites, mais par rapport à pas de style, c'est quoi un style? Elle trouvait aussi le contexte intéressant et parce qu'il est censé être en déshabillé, lingerie dans sa chambre, ça fait drogué plus ou moins un petit peu bizarre. Donc c'est le contexte qui fait, mais elle aime évidemment aussi soit un peu ancré. Ils ont discuté du fait qu'il l'a dit dans la série en premier, etc.
My favorite line that I know of is, it's a very long one. You have this beautiful monologue that you did at the end of the film. And yeah, so touching, so great. Remember that monologue you did with Derek guys? Yeah. I would say that's my favorite line, yeah. It was so touching, it was so great. It was great to just be there and listen.
What was the line? Yeah.
Oh man, I couldn't tell you because it's a monologue.
It's okay, I couldn't.
Yeah, you do that later.
Elle se souvient du moment, c'est à la fin du film, quand vous savez qui se bat. Et du coup, c'était émouvant et il a trouvé que c'était now, we're gonna get going to the extras. Are you guys ready to start the day? On va commencer les extras.
Yeah, okay. Is it good?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Okay, my question is, if you were in... Okay. If you were in Victorians, in the real life, like, if you...
What job would you do?
No, yeah, what job would you do if you were in Victorians for real? Except being a werewolf.
Wait.
Donc en gros, la question c'est, si j'ai bien compris, s'ils habitaient tous à Victorians et dans la vraie vie en tant qu'eux-mêmes, quel serait leur job à part être des loups-garous ou des êtres surnaturels?
What is it? Say.
I've always said that Lilia.
Oh my God. It's like, okay, so we're at Mardi Gras one time in New Orleans, and a friend of ours is up on the float, and he sees Susan, and he got this big bag of Mardi Gras beads, and it's like Tyler Posey, and instead of going, here, Susan, he goes like this. Hits her right. It just like drops her to her knees, and he's like, oh, sorry about that. And she's like, are you insane? So it's like, you're gonna take somebody's eye out with a piece of candy.
Linden's always the adult.
Yeah. Well, what would I do if I was in Beacon Hills, or whatever? If I had a real job, best job in the world to me would be the person who designs the caution signs with the stick figures, like saying, don't do this, you'll get electrocuted, or don't put your arm in the chopper, or don't, you know, the hazard signs with little stick figures. I'd draw those. Yeah, that'd be a good job. That'd be a great job.
I'm gonna second that.
Yeah.
I'd probably be in the high school. Do you want to translate?
Linden, I like that. Come on, that's a good one. That'd be the best job in the world. That's good.
Donc en gros, si Linden était à Beacon Hills, il serait, vous savez, la personne qui fabrique un peu tous les panneaux de signalisation, qui vous dit attention ici, vous allez vous électrocuter, ou attention danger, etc. C'est lui qui ferait ce genre de panneaux qu'on peut trouver partout chez nous.
I would be the Beacon Hills High School janitor. Constantly mopping up blood. You were going to say that? Well, now you have to think of something else. What's your twist? I'm not done.
My twist is at Lions. I would go into the lockers and swap.
Swap the students' backpacks with one another?
Nothing like crazy.
That's evil.
Yeah, that's not evil.
No, that's
my underwear.
Wait, evil is doing what?
It'd be like putting, total underwear.
You're yeah, I'd be the Beacon Hills High School janitor. And mopping up the blood.
Donc en gros, Tyler, lui, ça serait un petit peu l'homme de service, l'homme de ménage du lycée. Et Gideon a ajouté que lui, ça serait celui qui se faufile un petit peu la nuit et qui viendrait mettre le bazar dans les casiers de tout le monde, qui viendrait changer les affaires, qui viendrait en gros tout remélanger dans les casiers de tout le monde.
Deaton. Lydia would be Deaton, or Holland. Holland would be a vet, I think.
Yeah.
Especially if there's like shit going down with these animals. I want to be Posey would be the professional burper in town.
Holland, vous l'avez compris, ça serait la vétérinaire de la ville.
I deal with this every day of my life.
weird shit was going down, like what would Holland do at my like day and age? I think I would be interested. Yeah, I just want to hang out with the animals, or I'd be a cop. But like, 'cause I just want to know what's like going on in the small town business.
You don't want to be a deputy.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna be. I think I'm gonna be vet. Yeah.
Pretty safe there.
Well,
Fairly safe.
no.
Because in the film, Eli's like really handy. Oh, sorry. You want to translate first? Sure.
Yes.
Juste pour rajouter ce que Holland a dit, donc elle travaillerait avec les animaux de manière générale. Elle ne se verrait pas du tout être shérif ou policière dans cette ville. Et de toute façon, Linden lui a dit: t'as pas du tout envie d'être policier avec Organisé.
I think because Eli like hotwire styles his Jeep in the movie, and it's pretty handy with cars. I think he'd probably end up being a mechanic.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'd probably end up being like a barista, something.
No.
I would.
Oh.
Eli would be the mechanic. I would be the barista probably. Yeah. So that's my answer.
Barista safe.
What? Eli? No, it has nothing. Like me personally, I would probably just be like a barista, in a coffee shop. Eli, because he's so handy. I don't have those skills in real life, so Eli would probably be like a mechanic. I would be Eli.
I would be coach because that's like the most low risk job position. This was Holland's idea. You just get to be. What?
Start with an arrow.
You did? Did he die?
No, he didn't die.
Sorry.
Alors en fait, ce serait peut-être un barista, ou alors il parlait aussi de faire de la mécanique. Ça dépend. Et Shelley, elle serait coach, mais ses camarades à côté lui disaient: oui, mais en fait, en tant que coach, tu dois crier sur tout le monde toute la journée. Ça n'a pas l'air de poser de problème.
It's really good to know that we have full employment at Beacon Hills. Maybe next question.
Une autre question? Comme ça, on change un peu de sujet.
Posey thinks I'm going to run the Funda class, and I said, Zumba? He thinks I'm going to do a workout class.
You know what I mean?
I was like, what's Funda? He goes, you know, that workout class.
There's a Bunda also. Okay. Go ahead.
Vous pouvez répéter ou parler plus fort, je n'ai pas du tout entendu la question.
C'était s'il devait changer de personnage dans la série, ce serait lequel? D'échanger les rôles.
So if you could change a character in the show, who would you like to play?
What? Do I can answer that? Eli. I would like to play Eli. Yeah.
Tyler échangerait avec Vince, Holland elle serait coach.
Scott, so I can be number one on that call sheet.
Shelley as the Scott.
I'm happy being me.
I want to be Melissa.
Mais ça, je ne changerai pas parce qu'elle aime bien être elle-même. Et Ryan du coup, il dit: bah, moi aussi, je veux être toi.
I'll be Ryan.
Et Ryan serait Ryan.
We're all going to pass our characters down.
All right, next question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jose, I would be Addison because I just tried the archery outside.
Donc l'idée, c'est Addison, je ne sais pas si vous le savez, il y a des archers à l'extérieur. Du coup, si jamais vous voulez aller tenter.
Si vous pouviez créer une nouvelle meute avec des personnages d'autres séries ou films, qui rejoindraient votre équipe?
Shall we go for it?
Yeah, I love Ariana Grande. So great. Does anyone know Ariana Grande?
Shut up! My pack would include Kevin from The Office. And that's it. That's it.
Scary back.
If you could have this creative pack for every other candidate by show.
Pour Tyler, ça serait Kevin dans The Office si vous avez vu la série.
Honestly, I was obsessed with like Avatar: The Last Airbender when I was a kid. So like all of those, that entire cast would be my pack. I love them so much. You guys know the show? You guys know watching? Yeah. Okay. You guys? Yeah.
Everyone from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
I would take everyone from Law and Order. And
Oh, yeah.
Wolf and Order.
Ok. Donc Mélissa, ça serait tous les gens dans New York Unité Spéciale.
I'll take all the dragons from Game of Thrones and the spin-off.
Tous les dragons de Game of Thrones et des spin-offs.
What did you say, Mike?
All the dragons, including the spin-offs.
Thank you.
Twilight is a movie.
Une autre question?
We're changing the rules. Hi.
I would say all the other characters I've played on other shows because they've all been villains.
Tous ces personnages qu'il a joués dans les séries parce qu'il a toujours joué des méchants.
As a lot of you guys play teenagers characters, is there any lessons about adolescence or maybe life lessons you have learned playing your characters?
Oh, like since that we learned playing our characters.
Yeah.
She said teenagers.
Ils ont joué pour la plupart des ados. Est-ce qu'ils ont des leçons de vie un petit peu qu'ils ont appris pendant le tournage? Et Linden dit ah du coup des leçons de vie, et là ils ont dit non mais on parle des ados, on parle pas de toi.
I don't know, it's a boring answer, but maybe regression to the mean, that everything is gonna even out at some point. This too shall pass. That kind of thing, you know? That's a good life lesson. It's boring, but it works.
Yeah, I would say advice to any people who are.
If you do it,
Susan used to always say to the girls, don't peak in high school. Like, don't, you don't want to be the person who like either peaks in middle school or junior high or high school. Just, it's like the people who were like, oh, in high school, you don't need to be that. Peak later in your life. You may. Go ahead, I'll translate for you. Go ahead. Yes? Go ahead. No, what? Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes.
What are, I don't know if it's necessarily from our jobs or our characters, but I think happiness is a choice. It's a good motto to live by. We are only as positive as our thoughts. So that's mine. But I don't know what character that would be from. Probably Beacon Hills. I think there's shit in existence, but we still have fun. Like in Beacon Hills.
We do.
That shit was going down, but people, you know.
Like shots every day.
But you like still like had a lot of fulfillment.
Alright. Be happy, don't peak in high school.
Well, I I peaked in high school.
No, you didn't.
I'm kidding. I learned that math is not important. There's calculators.
Pour reprendre un petit peu quelques Tyler.
Hey Siri, what's 2 plus 2?
Yeah.
Donc d'après Tyler, la leçon de vie que vous pourriez retenir, c'est This too shall pass. Vous connaissez cette citation qui traîne un peu, c'est ça va aller. En gros, vous prenez chaque jour comme il vient. Ensuite, Linden, j'ai pas tout entendu. Can you, Linden, can you sum up because I didn't quite hear what you said about the life lesson?
Oh, don't peak in high school.
Okay. Bon, de bien être au lycée, parce que le lycée c'est une époque assez importante dans sa vie, voilà, de pas rater cette époque-là. Holland vous a dit que le bonheur est un choix. On peut choisir d'être heureux, de voir les choses du côté positif. Et Shelley, du coup, vous dit que les maths, c'est pas si important que ça, puisqu'on a inventé la calculatrice.
Je vais juste compléter par rapport à Linden. Effectivement, il fait que le lycée est important, mais surtout de ne pas s'arrêter là. L'expression to peak in high school, c'est comme si c'était le point culminant de votre vie, ce qui n'est pas le cas, donc c'est bien plus important de s'épanouir en dehors du lycée et bien plus tard dans votre vie d'adulte.
All right, who's got a question? Yep.
Une toute petite question. Dernière minute.
Oh, all right. Hi.
If you could rewrite a single scene of character ending, which one would you change and how?
If you could rewrite one single character scene or ending, which one would it be and why?
Well, Max is the one not
Yeah, similar thing. I'll start since I have the mic for a moment, a brief moment. Yes, I would have a showdown with Gerard because that we never had that. And I think Gideon was owed a revenge.
Gideon, il aurait aimé changer la scène, en tout cas la rencontre entre son personnage de Carver et Gerard, parce qu'il pense que Dédicaces aurait dû avoir sa revanche sur lui, ce qui n'a pas été le cas.
I would have a daughter, not a son.
I just leaned over to him and I said, watch how this goes down.
Évidemment que vous n'allez pas aimer, mais Linden aurait préféré avoir une fille à la place d'un fils.
And then I would be in love with his daughter.
I would be in love with his daughter.
Oh, besides me.
Yeah. My daughter would have it going on. She'd be like Stacy. Stacy's mom. She'd be like Stacy's mom. Yeah.
Oui, donc du coup, si Scott était une fille, dans ce cas-là, Scott aurait peut-être été amoureuse d'elle, et Lydia également, donc c'est cool. C'est aussi une bonne option. Anyone else want to? Yeah, go for it.
I would definitely have Corey use his invisibility powers more to sneak up on people and kick some ass.
Michael aurait jamais utilisé son pouvoir d'invisibilité pour essayer de se faufiler un peu et puis de botter quelques fesses.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip the whole fisting thing.
Well, what?
Max rêvait que la transformation du super goût entre lui et son frère, qui a un truc de bras dans le corps, de quelqu'un d'autre, soit un peu différente. Right? C'est tout le temps qu'on a pour cette petite conférence, mais on va partir en extra, donc on les retrouve très très vite. On peut leur dire merci.
Allez, c'est bon?
Bonjour, good morning. How are you feeling today? Alright. Anybody else want to say anything?
We've missed you guys so much, it feels like it's been a really long time. Are you guys just going to cheer after anything I say? What about to say orange?
Who's excited?
Definitely feels like the biggest crowd so far, the biggest turnout. So thank you guys for coming. So honored to be here. And
Hello. Good to see you. Wow. Hi. Wow. Coucou.
Max does it. Bisous.
Wow. I don't know.
Alors, ils sont très très contents de vous voir. Vous êtes très nombreux aujourd'hui. Ils sont extrêmement contents.
Est-ce qu'on a une première question? Who's ready to ask the first question?
Any questions? And don't worry guys, Gideon is coming. Gideon. during the shooting. Qui avait tendance à oublier du coup ses répliques?
Somebody old. An old person. Ian, probably. The question was, who is the most likely to forget their line on set? To forget their lines. Old. Old guy. Orny. Yeah, I never did anything as that. That's it. Some old people.
Donc les personnes, pas les personnes âgées, mais les personnes plus âgées, on va rester correct. Notamment du coup Ian, Orny ou Linden. Prochaine question.
Thank you so much for being here. We are all excited. I wanted to know what can you tell us about the next movie?
Qu'est-ce qu'ils peuvent nous dire sur le prochain film?
About the next movie? I don't know. I would love to make that happen. Or a series, or another season, or just more. So, trying to make it happen, I figured out where the rights are, and that's the first step in kind of making it happen. So, we'll see, but nothing yet. I promise, nothing yet. But we're trying.
Pour l'instant, on n'a pas d'informations précises, et si ça se passe, ça serait aussi grâce à vous. Donc faites en sorte que cela arrive. Mais pour l'instant, j'aimerais bien que ce soit un film ou alors une série, même une autre saison supplémentaire à la série. Mais pour l'instant, pas d'infos précises, donc pas de panique. Rien n'est sûr. Prochaine question.
Hi guys, how are you? Hi. My question is, what is your favorite memories about conventions?
You. Noël.
Leur souvenir préféré en convention.
You guys also did a lot without me a long time ago, and you guys have, I have a little bit of FOMO from when, I don't know, it was like this group, and like Max, and Ian, and JR, and Tyler. You guys like did some crazy shit, and I always got really jealous of those times. I don't know. He knows the best or something. But tell me about some of those times. Tell me.
I mean, I've said this a lot of times. The cool thing about conventions is when we're on set, a lot of times we always get the question of like, who plays pranks? You know, like what happens on set? And on set, it's very professional. It's a job. And you know, someone like Tyler's working all the time. So when I saw him all the time on set, you only got to just little chit chats. I think you're busy working. Conventions are nice because we get to hang out in the green room, we get to hang out in the hotel, we get to see you guys. It's way more a personal experience than when we're on set. It's business. So a lot of times on set, it's work. You come here, it's still work at times, but it's way different. It's a lot more fun. And a lot of my favorite memories from Tino are actually conventions. You guys, and also hanging out with these guys where we get to be ourselves. We're not a character. We don't. It's not a job. It's a lot more fun.
Well said.
Yeah.
And I'll just add, you know, when I talk to my actor friends or even band leader friends, and I tell them that I'm coming, you know, to meet 500 new friends, they're always like, that's so cool. It's really cool to be a part of a family up here and then also to be a part of a family out with you guys. And I think it's just a huge gift that all these years later that we can come and have fun with each other and fun with you guys. And it's not something that everybody gets to experience. And I can say that I'm very grateful, and I think we're all up here very grateful for that.
Ok, donc pour résumer, pour les premières réponses, il y a sur le set une atmosphère qui est particulière entre eux, où ils se font des blagues, etc. Mais quand ils vous rencontrent vous, c'est... Donc ils se sont beaucoup plus rapprochés en convention et c'est toujours très cool de pouvoir voyager et vous rencontrer. Et Mélissa expliquait qu'elle est très très chanceuse et très reconnaissante quand elle travaille avec voit d'autres de ses amis acteurs. Tout le monde lui dit à quel point elle a de la chance parce que elle rencontre à chaque fois, à chaque week-end, 500 nouveaux amis avec qui partager plein de souvenirs.
It's you guys. It's you guys. It's we give, you give, we give, you give, and it just sort of.
Bien évidemment, la meilleure partie des conventions, c'est vous. Parce que vous leur donnez, ils vous donnent. C'est un échange permanent en fait.
It's so nice to see people that I haven't seen in years. And I'm looking at the crowd and I see new people and I see people that I know and it's like, that's a really cool experience. It's not normal and it's a gift. It's a gift. Thank you.
C'est vraiment un cadeau pour lui parce qu'il vous observe, vous tous dans la foule, il voit des visages familiers, des visages nouveaux et il est extrêmement reconnaissant de tout ce que vous leur donnez lors de ces week-ends-là.
Bonjour, je voulais savoir quelle était leur scène favorite de la série Wolfies, même si leur personnage n'apparaissait pas.
So what's your favorite scene in the show or in the movie, even if your character is not in it? So your favorite scene, thank you.
I know. First episode, when Styles is hanging upside down. A bat.
Yeah. Hey, scared him.
Yeah.
You're answering your phone! No, listen. And I honestly probably, I don't know, anything with Styles, I think is really There's one scene where Derek, I think, has wolf's bane poisoning, and he's puking up black, and he's bleeding black at one point. I think we're in the vet, and Styles is rambling about something, and Derek throws up black, and Styles goes, "Oh my God, what the hell is that?" And just the way that he said it always makes me laugh a lot.
It's a dark show, right? But it was a perfect balance of humor and drama. And if you could get your co-stars to laugh on set, that was my favorite day of the year.
We did a lot. And it was always not even a funny scene.
No.
We would laugh at the most serious scenes.
Yeah. What was that day? I have to put Holland, Lydia in a comatose or whatever.
Yes.
And I decided to do. Yeah.
Were you reading to her?
Yes, I'm reading to her. And I made a bold choice. Tyler couldn't keep it together. And then the director yelled, and he's like, "Shelley, do it normally. Do it normal." And I was like, "No!" And I didn't. And then he actually called months later and was like, "All right, you're right."
Really?
Yes, but my point is, you because you guys were laughing, I think they were like, "All right, maybe there's something here." Anyway, I just love these people.
Donc par rapport à leur scène préférée, Linden disait la première scène du premier épisode quand Styles est sur le toit et fait peur du coup à Scott et il lui dit tu réponds pas à mes messages. Tyler a renchéri en disant de toute façon toutes les scènes avec Styles parce qu'il faisait forcément Dylan faisait beaucoup rire, notamment une scène dans les premières saisons où Derek est empoisonné. Et donc il vomit du sang noir et où Styles panique complètement. Donc la façon dont Dylan a dit cette réplique l'a fait En règle générale, pour Shelley, c'est toutes les scènes où ils pouvaient rire ensemble, même parfois sur une scène sombre ou des scènes plutôt sérieuses. Notamment une scène qu'elle a fait avec Holland où elle doit mettre Lydia en transe. Et donc elle avait fait un choix assez particulier au niveau de sa réplique et finalement le réalisateur a bien aimé. Et on peut dire bonjour à Gideon.
Powerful scenes. My two favorite scenes in the show are the gas station with you and Styles. And then my other favorite scene is Styles and Holland, or Lydia, when they're crying against the wall. Those are very powerful. Crying against the wall? Yeah, when they're in the different worlds and they're on the wall. Powerful. Powerful scenes.
There's like too many scenes to pick from, so I can't really pick a favorite, and that's my answer.
Pour Ryan, une de ses scènes préférées, c'est lorsque Lydia et Styles sont dos à dos contre le même mur et pleurent en fait. Vous vous souvenez de cette scène?
I watched all of Teen Wolf last night because I didn't sleep. And somewhere, maybe this didn't happen, maybe it was a dream. But when Steric went down. Okay, bonjour.
When Aiden died. It's my favorite scene. There's a lot of them.
That actually is a good scene.
Yeah, it's a great scene.
My favorite death scene. It was so good.
Yeah, we were so happy.
I'm being serious.
I thought it was a good scene
You really
too.
did.
Anyhow, I have a lot of favorite scenes. We'll talk today.
Alors, apparemment, la scène préférée de pas mal d'entre eux présents ici, c'est lorsque Linden est mort. Parce que Max présentait du coup en disant qu'il s'était refait toute la série Teen Wolf hier soir puisqu'il n'a pas dormi. Et que une de ses scènes préférées, c'est lorsque Derek.
Sa scène préférée, c'est quand Steric est enfin arrivé, donc Styles et Derek. Mais il l'a peut-être rêvé. C'est Max.
Oh.
One last question. Une dernière question.
Hello.
Can each of you leave a quality in the person at your right?
C'est une qualité qu'ils aiment ou une qualité qu'ils aiment chez l'autre?
Beautiful inside and out, authentic, honest, true friend, handsome as fuck, very sincere and dear. That's more than one, but it's all the
Mélissa ne tarit pas d'éloges à propos de Michael. Elle dit que c'est une personne aussi belle à l'intérieur qu'à l'extérieur, qu'il est extrêmement beau, honnête, sincère et un excellent ami.
Well, the first thing I thought when I sat down is I love your fashion. Well, that's one. And I like the way your hair is. Yeah. You got like cute ears. That's 3.
Le sens fashion de Max, ses cheveux.
What was the question?
I mean, no. I love Holland. Amsterdam is my favorite. Let's see. Halls. One quality?
Yeah.
Halls is the most loyal, die-hard friend you will ever have.
Holland, c'est une des meilleures amies au monde que vous pourriez avoir.
C'est vrai, oh my gosh, there's so much about Linden, and I will also include Susan in this, that I love about them. I'll sum it up with they're genuinely my role models. Yeah, they did life right. They raised 2 good girls. I'm obsessed with both of their children. I follow their children and one of their children's spouses on Instagram, as Linden and Susan both know. And I think I might be the only one following Jack.
Jack's great.
I think so. Yeah. So I really admire how they've lived their life, and I hope to model it.
Donc Holland, en fait, elle m'a parlé à la fois de Linden et de Suzanne, son épouse. Pour elle, ce sont ses modèles dans la vie. Ils ont élevé 2 beaux enfants. Elle adore leurs enfants. Et pour elle, voilà, elle aimerait faire comme eux dans la vie parce que c'est vraiment leur modèle.
It is, but I like boarding school stories. They're always very entertaining. And I like the way you approach your craft. I admire the way you approach your craft. Yes. Good.
Et apparemment, Linden, il y a des anecdotes sur les années d'internat, mais on n'en saura pas plus. Peut-être plus tard, ça vous a fait une question, peut-être.
Oh, it's
Du manière générale,
not
elle est-
boarding school, it's prep school.
Peut-être qu'on parle de manière générale.
Yeah.
On fantasy. We don't have much. Oh,
Tyler.
Posey. So, my expectation when I arrived in season 3 was to meet a couple of kids with inflated egos and potentially some assholes.
Alors cette attente, lorsqu'il est arrivé lors de la saison 3, c'était de rencontrer des ados un petit peu... Est-ce que je dois traduire ça? Un petit peu chiant, un petit peu bon sur les bords.
But it couldn't have been further from the truth. I mean, obviously this is testimony to the longevity of this show and you guys, the fans, but extraordinary cast that I got to join, led by an extraordinary gentleman down the end there, who's always been very much what what you see is what you get. But you see him, and he's like, hey, wow, having a great time. And then he's like on his skateboard, and he's like genuinely saying hello, and then he's like in the moment, you don't even know he's seeing. It's like he's just there in the moment, and he's living authentically, and just a genuinely great guy. So.
Pour faire suite, par rapport à ses attentes, il ne pouvait pas être plus loin de la vérité qu'il ne l'était. Il a rencontré des personnes extraordinaires et il se dit du coup que donc il doit parler de Tyler, évidemment pas de moi parce qu'on ne connaît pas personnellement. Donc il dit que Tyler est une personne extrêmement authentique. Il est comme vous l'avez vu dans la série, joyeux, extraverti, etc. Il est comme ça dans la vie quand il a tourné des scènes avec lui. Lorsqu'il arrivait sur le set, il était toujours pareil en fait. Donc c'est une personne vraiment authentique et extraordinaire.
All right, cowgirl. Gideon. There's a lot, and I'm gonna try to keep it fast. It is consistently the best. Always one of my best friendships on this show. You were my rock for a while on the show, and so just the consistency every time I see you, just being just like a light, is always very appreciated. And your sense of style. Your great sense of style.
Wow, that was really special. Thank you. Now I gotta follow that up. Honestly, the first word that came to my head for Ryan is fun. We laugh 24/7, but we also have really deep conversations. And this guy knows way too much about me because I feel safe talking to him. He's like a brother to me who I had to have sex with on camera. Ryan, you were simply the best. We're all the best.
One of the hardest things to do in terms of acting that I hate is coming to a well-oiled machine set when you're the new person. And Vince came to our movie like a champ. It's not easy doing that stuff, and especially when you're at a young age. And one of my favorite things about you is you're a giant heart. But no, he's just, you're a great person.
We don't interact often, but when we do the short little stints that we do, I kind of am reminded about how affectionate you are, and you always come with open arms. And yeah, if there was one word to describe you, I would say it's love it. Yeah, you have so much love to give. So thank you for that. People don't put that forward often. So thank you.
Pour Tyler, ce qu'il adore pour Shelley, c'est tout simplement, il trouve que c'est la meilleure en tout point. Et il adore aussi son style. Pour Shelley, ce qu'elle adore chez elle, la première chose qui lui est venue en tête, c'est le mot fun. Donc il s'amuse tout le temps, il rit 24 heures sur 24, mais ils peuvent également avoir des conversations très profondes. Donc c'est un peu comme son frère avec qui elle a dû coucher pour de faux, vous savez, dans la série, mais c'est quand même comme son frère. Du coup, pour Ryan, ce qu'il aime pour Vince, c'est son grand cœur. Il trouve que c'est une personne extraordinaire. Et Vince, par rapport à Melissa, c'est à quel point elle est attachante et sensible et qu'elle a un très grand cœur également. Okay, so we have to stop here for now to have more fun, doing extras. On va se mettre là pour l'instant, on va leur dire merci, on les rejoint pour les extras. Donc on peut faire du bruit.
Amazing! Yeah, it was incredible. You know, just the fact that we have turned this whole thing into such a family is really meaningful to us. And the fact that you all come out here every single year, multiple times a year, is always going to be priceless. And we are forever in your debt. And we love you so much. Thank you for coming out again. Can't wait to see you next time. We love you guys so much.
Chaque année depuis de très nombreuses années. Vous avez créé une certaine famille en fait en venant à chaque fois. Il est très reconnaissant pour chacun et chacune d'entre nous. Et il vous aide en fait, tout simplement.
Oh yeah.
Jency has longer middle fingers than us. But on a happy note, just thank you so much for having us back. You were one of our first conventions in Paris, so it's very fitting that we're back. So
Guys, we have laughed, we've cried, some of us have farted, not myself. Sharded. We had shards, we had we've told stories, we've heard your stories. It's been a really well-rounded weekend. You guys are really special to us, and you just brought so much light and joy, and we feel really, really so good and blessed.
I have to agree. It's pretty wild to see faces over the years and see y'all grow up while we grow up. But it's beautiful to be able to come back every year and feel a connection to this amazing story that we all are a part of. And thank you for having us. I love seeing you all, and I love also getting to hang out with these guys here. And it's an opportunity for everyone to come together. So thank you. That's because of you guys.
I love you guys, thank you. Love you so much, really.
Nous sommes une grande famille. C'est mon grand plaisir. Merci.
Let's give it up for the staff. Everyone, guys, thank you. We'll never keep saying that we love you guys. This is happens because of you guys. So, bottom of our hearts, thank you.
No, I don't need it. We wouldn't be here without you, and you're here to see us, and we're here to see you, and you're here to see us, and it just like I said, it goes back and forth and back and forth and gets bigger and better every single time. It's this loop of love, and thank you guys.
Yeah, I'm so honored to be here, guys. As an actor, it's really rare to have these kind of opportunities and interact with fans, and also just even say that there are fans that exist in any sort of my direction is crazy to say. I tell people back home, but I tell people back home, yeah, I'm going to Paris to do a convention and do meet and greets, and they're like, what? And it really is this thing that maybe we're all a little desensitized to at this point, but it really is abnormal in the coolest way. And everybody is so sweet. A loop of love is the best way to say it. And yeah, I also want you guys to know, you guys might see us in a night, but we all have our own personal struggles, and we all go through it, and you guys aren't alone in that. And just lean on a friend whenever you can, and you guys aren't alone in that. So just want you guys to know that. And thank you guys so much. You guys are all so freaking sweet. So yeah, thanks for having me here.
Comme vous l'avez compris,
est le même pour tout le monde. Mais sur le principe, c'est juste que c'est une grande famille, une grande communauté. Ils sont très très heureux, bien évidemment, de vous rencontrer à chaque fois. Vous le savez, mais les conventions en France pour Teen Wolf ont commencé avec Clémentine et Lorraine à Toulouse et bien sûr à Paris. Donc c'est quand même très important. Et bien sûr, ils sont toujours très heureux de vous revoir car ils vous voient grandir, eux grandissent également et les événements prennent de l'ampleur. Donc c'est très important de vous voir évoluer autant qu'ils évoluent. Et ils voient également leur chance parce qu'ils savent que, par exemple, à la maison, ils peuvent dire oui, je vais à Paris faire une convention, rencontrer des fans et ça paraît un petit peu fou, donc c'est quand même très cool. Ils vous remercient de venir parce que sinon ils ne seraient pas là sans vous. Et évidemment, ils remercient toute l'équipe du staff sans qui ça ne pourrait pas exister.
Bon, d'habitude je fais toujours du freestyle, mais cette fois j'ai pris le temps de préparer quand même pour la 10e petit texte. On n'arrive toujours pas à réaliser qu'on est déjà à la fin de la 10e édition de nos conventions Teen Wolf. 10 éditions, 11 ans d'aventure, de folie, de stress, de fou rire, de nuits blanches et surtout de beaucoup d'amour pour ce qu'on fait.
Alright, so we still can't realize it has been 10 years already since the first edition of the Teen Wolf Convention. 10 editions, 11 years of adventure, lots of craziness, lots of stress, lots of like sleepless nights, you know, but it's more for like love, just love all around.
Quand on a commencé, on n'avait aucune idée de jusqu'où tout ça irait, et pourtant, vous êtes encore là, fidèles, passionnés, bienveillants, année après année. C'est vous qui faites battre le cœur de ces événements. Merci pour votre confiance, votre énergie, vos sourires, vos partages. Tout ce qu'on fait, c'est pour vous et surtout grâce à vous.
So they thank you guys for coming here, you know, being loyal years after years, passionate, heartwarming. So you are the heart of convention and of the fandom. So thank you for your trust, thank you for your energy, thank you for your smiles, everything that you share, everything that they do is for you and because of you.
Aux intervenants et partenaires pour votre implication, votre bonne humeur, c'est toujours un plaisir de vous avoir avec nous.
Alright, so thank you for all of the stands, you know, and all of the people helping us with everything, pretty much the partners. Thank you for your implication, being super, always cheerful, and it's always a pleasure to have you guys with us.
Je veux aussi remercier nos incroyables invités pour leur confiance, leur gentillesse et leur fidélité. Certains nous accompagnent depuis de très nombreuses années. Ils ont tous contribué à créer cette ambiance unique qui fait de nos événements de Teen Wolf bien plus qu'un simple événement. Une famille, une meute. Pour nous, vous êtes un casting parfait, toujours là pour répandre votre bonne humeur, partager sur la série et toujours bienveillant avec nous. Merci mille fois pour ça.
Basically, thank you again for your trust, being like available for this event, being always very nice, you know, to everyone for like years, because some of you guys have been coming for pretty much 10 years. And you are a family, right? You guys are like a family, a pack. So thank you for being the perfect cast. Always so happy to be here for your fan and share the love, share happiness. Thank you 1,000 times.
Notre incroyable staff, merci d'être là, dans les bons comme dans les mauvais moments. Vous donnez tout, même quand on court partout, quand tout semble impossible, quand on dort 3 heures par nuit. Vous répondez toujours présente pour nous. On vous voit évoluer d'année en année et on est très fiers d'avoir une équipe si impliquée et toujours là pour vous. Vous êtes le cœur et les griffes de Teen Wolf et on vous aime fort, sans oublier notre petite équipe de sécurité.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here in good moments and sometimes not
not so good. Thank you to give your all when we're running everywhere all around. When we sleep only 3 hours per night, to get going. Thank you to be here after all these years. You are always just so wonderful and, present. You are the heart, but also, the thanks, pretty much, of Team Wolf. We love you so much. And thank you to the secretary.
Un petit spécial merci à ma maman de toujours nous suivre depuis 10 ans. Et surtout, j'ai un mot particulier pour ma partenaire de toujours, mon canard. On a tout organisé à deux cerveaux, 2 caractères très différents parfois, 2 visions, mais un seul cœur. Pour ce projet, on a eu des hauts, on a eu des bas, des fous rires, des prises de tête, mais je n'aurais jamais choisi quelqu'un d'autre pour faire tout ça avec autant